Hi there, I'm Mike. With that for you today is Star Wars The Black Series Phase 1 Clone Trooper Lieutenant. This is actually the very first box I've gotten of the new box style. I haven't gotten any of that first wave yet. Dorkside has let me down so far. I'm sure Hasbro probably let them down, but still, I'm kind of bored waiting for it. But thank goodness this is a Walgreens exclusive, but more than that, thank goodness that Papa Gord sent this to me all the way from EB Games in Canada. I don't know why I think goodness about Walgreens. Walgreens is pretty terrible for exclusives, although now that I think about it, I've actually never had trouble getting one of them or finding one of them. I'm pretty sure I found all of them so far, but that's neither here nor there. This is the new packaging style. That's what I want to talk about. So you can see right here, because they've divided all the characters up into where they're from. This is from Star Wars Attack of the Clones, which is episode 2. So it has this unique sort of red color pattern. On the side here, we get box art of that trooper right there. It says it down there. And what's cool is you can put, so every episode 2 figure is going to have a mural on the side and they'll all kind of line up, which is pretty rad. On the box back here, it says 01 Star Wars Attack of the Clones. So everything's numbered. This is the first figure from Attack of the Clones. So that's kind of cool too. I really like that. So on the back, we've got the art, and then we also have the Phase 1 Clone Trooper Lieutenant and a little blurb right up here. So it says, throughout the Clone Wars, clone troopers fought the battle droids of the Separatists across the galaxy. They were loyal to their Jedi generals and the Supreme Chancellor, but not in that order. And then on the side here, we got kind of an open side. And on the top, for the people that like to keep their stuff in box, there's a little slit here, so if you want to top light them, you can. But yeah, so this is the new box art and box, and I kind of like it. A lot of people I've seen are complaining because it's held together with so many pieces of tape. I don't see why how many pieces of tape is holding it together matters. There's just 3 you have to worry about to open it up. I open it from the top. So 1, 2, 3, and then it just kind of pops open like this and slides right out. Now, the interesting thing here is there's no plastic here. So it's like the newer Marvel Legends packaging, where this is a complete kind of clamshell like this, and it just kind of pops open like that. I do save my packages for Black Series. So I'm going to save this. I get a new bin every year, and it's starting to get cumbersome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sort of regretting saving them, but it's gonna come in handy because I am gonna maybe sell some of my old ones that have been replaced by newer, updated figures. I don't collect them because I'm worried about how much they're worth. But I guess if I do decide to sell them for whatever reason, that's a good idea. So we have the Clone Trooper Lieutenant right here. He's actually the exact same as the other Clone Troopers we released, and I'll get into those in a bit. But this is a very limited mold. This is a mold from 2014, sorry. The very first Phase 1 Clone Trooper was released with Anakin Skywalker at the very, very last wave of Phase 1, sort of in the summer of 2014. It's nice having this, and I'm actually glad they used the old mold instead of the new mold, because if they use the new mold, I don't think it would match up with the others I have like this, and again, I'll get into that. But just looking at this, I feel like the blue they used here, which denotes his rank. So in Phase 1, the colors denoted their rank, whereas in Phase 2, the colors denoted the squad they were from. So like the 501st was blue, and so on and so forth. I don't remember all the other colors off the top of my head, other than like the Wolf Pack is like gray, and the Coruscant Guards are red. So I don't know, there's a lot going on there. Anyways, but there's a lot of problems with this. The helmet moves okay. The torso moves okay, but these arms are awful. And one of the things they did with the new design is they made this a single joint, and actually has a much greater range of movement, which is great because even though this is double jointed, this sculpting right here is terrible. But I think the blue is a little too dark for what it was in the movie. I'm colorblind and I can still tell that. And also, and again, I'll show you in a bit, but the white they use for this is a little, I don't know, more yellowy or creamy than the white on the other ones. He's okay. He's very okay. They actually knocked off this figure a lot, and you can buy KO versions. I know my buddy Centurion's Corner does a lot of customizations, and I've actually got a couple that, again, I will show off. But this is what it comes with. I think this is I want to say it's a DC 15 blaster. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's a DC-15 and this is a DC-16, but I haven't looked it up, and honestly I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm really bad with stuff like that. I just, I mean, it's a made-up number for a made-up weapon. I've got bigger things to remember in my life, but I'm sure someone will happily correct me. I do prefer giving him this big one, but you can see right here, like they just do not want to hold the blaster here. It's just, the elbow doesn't have enough bend. It's a problem. So you can kind of get some good poses, but I would really like it if this came up a lot more, so you can keep it a lot closer to the chest, and then this hand wouldn't look so weird being turned down so much. It doesn't look so weird when you twist it up like this. And you can get some decent poses up, I guess, like that. You can kind of get them looking down the barrel a little bit like that, but it's not great by any means. The elbow articulation is and always will be terrible on this, and that's one of the things they've changed with the new mold. And they actually just leaked, I just saw today, in fact, that they're doing a phase 1 clone trooper with the new mold, which, so I'm expecting all of these to get repaints with the new mold. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna kind of pose him. That's the phase 1 clone trooper. He's not great. I don't think I've ever given any of these an official review, but I did review the Obi-Wan Kenobi. The looks on this, I would give it a half point. The blue's too dark, the white's too creamy, and it's got these weird scuffs that none of the others have. I get why they're doing it, but it just, to me, this doesn't look good on this figure. I don't like these scuffs. I would prefer it not so scuffed up on this. But that's more of a paint thing, so a half point for that. Accessories are fine. Like, it would be cool if it had an unhelmeted head under there. Maybe the new ones are going to have it. They all have a sculpted head underneath their helmets, but they're unpainted, so it's really weird on the new ones. Again, I don't have one to show off because I don't have that wave yet, but accessory-wise, he comes with 2 guns, and that's fine. I'm gonna give it the full point for that, I guess. Articulation, I'm gonna give it a half point for this as well. It's not terrible. You can get some decent poses out of it, especially if you work at it with where the hips are lined up and arms and stuff, but I would really like it if it had better movement on the hands and on the elbows. So for the paint and sculpt, the sculpt's okay. It does limit the articulation in places, and that sucks. The paint, for what there is on here, is done well, but like I said, it is a little scuffed, and that's purposely done. I'm just not a fan of it, especially because I don't think it matches the other figures. I don't think they did that with the other ones. I'll give it a half point for the paint and sculpt here. The want, definitely wanted it, especially because I have the other ones, and this kind of completes that set, so for sure I wanted it. Availability, I mean, I got mine from Papa Gord, but I haven't personally seen it from Walgreens, but it was available on their website. People are finding them in stores. I feel like this is going to be a harder one to get because it is a troop builder, so people are going to buy multiples. But I mean, it's fine. I wanted it. Walgreens isn't terrible, although it is exclusive. So I'm gonna give it 0.75 there. So I think that gives us a 3.5 out of 5. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. Definitely sort of middle tier. But let's go through here. I'll show you the other figures I've got. So this is the phase 1 unaltered clone trooper here. Same body, just, you know, blue paint where no paint. Same weapons as well. Next we have the Sergeant, which is actually one step up from the regular clone trooper and one step down from the lieutenant. So it goes regular, sergeant, and then lieutenant, I believe. So again, you can see what I mean here is the green on this guy. The green on this is just solid. There's no scuffs or scrapes, whereas on this one, it's all scuffs and scrapes, and I'm not a big fan of that. Next, we have the captain here, who I decided to give the regular little blaster. So this is the captain. He's red, and again, solid red stripes. These two came out in phase 2. This one was part of phase 1, and none of these have been released again so far. So these 3 are pretty hard to find right here, just because they're so old. You can get this one knocked off pretty easily, but these 2 is part of phase 2. It can be a little hard. And lastly, we have the Clone Trooper Commander, who's actually above all the others in terms of, I guess, rank. He's yellow, whereas the others are green, blue, and red. I'm colorblind, but I can actually tell the difference between all these, so it's kind of nice. The armor on these, the white is a little darker than it should be, and these are all kind of glistening white, so it's kind of weird how they have different shades of white here. Another thing that kind of bugs me is these all have solid stripes, and then his are scuffed up. So again, it's kind of weird, but I do like that they made the same mold for all of these. And then just to bring it home, I've got Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm gonna put him back here. I've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, who again shares the same body style, body type. He's just Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars. I like this figure, but it's got some problems as well. That's that, but I have one other thing I want to show you. So what I have here are some customs made for me by my buddy Centurion's Corner. You can follow him on YouTube. You can follow him on Instagram. He's great. He started messaging me on YouTube as, you know, just a commenter or whatever. And then actually, when I went to the UK back in 2019 for my honeymoon, he actually had customized these and wanted to give them to me in person. So we have Waxer and Boyle used from a KO Clone Trooper body, but he custom painted them, and I think that they look fantastic. He even got all the little details on these. So good. He even he gave me all the weapons too. They have the right weapons and stuff, but I like this configuration. They both look good, and weirdly enough, I feel like the KO bodies have a better range of movement than the non-KO bodies. It's really, really weird. I'm just gonna readjust that. There we go. Now you can see them all. So yeah, it's bizarre to me, but it seems to be true that the KO bodies move better than the non-KO bodies, but whatever. I'm glad to have them. Stevie did a fantastic job on them. Thank you so much. And again, I've got the new one to kind of complete my set, but I am looking forward to more. I mean, I want more Clone Troopers. Clones are great. They're my favorite part of the prequels, hands down. So Hasbro, I know you're watching this. Please give me more clones. I can't wait. I would like them on the new body though, and I would just like the new body. So send my toys to Dorkside so they can send my Dorkside toys to me. But yeah, so with that, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for getting this far. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank these people here for supporting me on Patreon. If you want to help out the channel, there's a couple different ways down the downstairs area. But with that, that's it. Thanks so much for getting this far. And I'll see you the heck later. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh well. Bye.